Ogun State today clocks 49 years of its existence. Created on the 3rd of February 1976, Ogun State is 49 years and it has grown in leaps and bounds to become the industrial hub of the nation. Tunde Olaniro in this package briefly chronicles the governors that have ruled the state and their impact.
3rd February 1976, Ogun State was formed out of the then Western State by the then head of state, late General Muritala Muhammad. Colonel Seidu Ayodele Balogun was the first man at the helms of affairs in the state. He literally built the foundation and beginning of the process of growth and development.
Office-wise, not much. We hired houses, offices, and for the governor's office, we had to move out the housing corporation staff. Western Nigerian Housing Corporation had an office in Abeokuta. So all we did was to move them out, and that became the office of the military governor throughout my stay.
He was succeeded by late Brigadier Harrison Ehaha in 1978, whose mandate was to hand over power to civilian government, which he did by handing over to late Chief Victor Olabisi Onabanjo. On the 1st of October 1979, the administration of the first civilian governor of the state will be remembered for the inauguration of the state-owned university, free education, free healthcare delivery, Gateway Hotel located at Abeokuta, Ijebu-Ode and Ota, and the establishment of Ogun State Television, among others. Colonel Oladipo Diya, Lieutenant Colonel Oladayo Popola, Colonel Raji Rasaki, late Navy Captain Muhammad Lawal, Navy Captain Oladeyinde Joseph were in power from January 1984 to January 1992. During the administration, June 12 Cultural Center, MKO Stadium, Abeokuta, Ogun State Property and Investment Corporation (OPIC), establishment of mechanic villages, construction of IBB Boulevard were just few of the numerous projects and policies. January 1992 was the first coming of Chief Olusegun Oshoba and focused on rural electrification, road construction, and agricultural development. He commissioned the June 12 Cultural Center and brought about the movement of the governor's office to the current building. Colonel Daniel Akitonde, Group Captain Sam Ewang, and Navy Captain Kayode Olofimoyin continued on the building of the Gateway State. May 29, 1999 saw the second coming of Chief Olusegun Oshoba, who continued with rural electrification and rural development, notable of which was the purchase of transmitter for Ogun State Television.
Decided when I first came in was to ensure that no abandoned project was left. When I came in 1992, it had been concessioned out, and I didn't like the sharing formula, so we agreed to disengage, and we started the reconstruction of the OP Plaza. To my shock, when I left in 1993, I came back in 1999 to find that OP Plaza was still the same thing. To me, it was, I didn't want to think of it as having been started by the military, but something that I think would be a benefit to the Ogun State government. So it was the first project I faced and completed.
The 4-year tenure of Oshoba handed over to Otumba Gbenga Daniel on May 29, 2003. It was an 8-year tenure which inaugurated the first University of Education in Nigeria, Judges Quarters, Ladering Workers Estate, Modern State Secretariat, NYSC Camp Shagamu readily comes to mind.
Because we thought Ogun State was lacking behind in so many things, I dare say we face everything squarely. So whether you look at sports, roads, infrastructure.
May 29, 2011, Senator Ibikunle Amosun was sworn in with a 5 cardinal agenda, with education as the first.
The fulcrum, the premise on which all of this will rest, Because if you do agriculture well, that will drive it well, it will now lead you to industrialization. And there's no way you can now get agriculture to industrialization without going through those value chains that agriculture offers.
On May 29, 2019, President Dr. Abiodun, the incumbent governor of Ogun State, was sworn in. He came in with 5 developmental pillars tagged Isheya, with agenda of building the future together.
We have prioritized and sustained the provision of social welfare and well-being of all our citizens. We recognize that affordable housing is a cornerstone of social welfare. We committed to providing sustainable and comprehensive housing initiatives that provide safe, affordable, and accessible homes for all.
As Ogun State celebrates 49 years of its existence, these governors have built the state lines upon lines to bring the state to where it is right now, as arguably one of the best in the community of states in Nigeria. Tunde Olaniro, OGTV News.
For good 49 years, Ogun State has been existing as an entity within the Nigerian nation. Its citizens have also been contributing in no small measure to the socio-economic and political landscape of the country. From a sleepy civil servant state to an industrial hub, the state is standing tall amongst its peers. Fowora Adesowo reports.
Ogun State, Nigeria, a land flowing with milk, honey, and mineral resources, is peopled majorly by good and industrious people.
Those individuals that have achieved something great for Nigeria that you will not remember Ogun State.
When we begin to look at the kind of improvement that came into the state through the very pragmatic BC Onabanjo, look at some of those things that we had. Look at the hotels, for example. Look at the cultural center, for example. And I want to say that some of these things that we never, that some of the age mates after creation of the states don't have, is what we can boost off in Ogun State.
Created by military decree on the 3rd of February 1976, Ogun State, according to respondents, has grown in leaps and bounds away from a sleepy civil service state to an industrial hub.
Using all parameter, econometric parameter, like marginal propensity to consume, marginal propensity to save, Ogun State is changing drastically. The marginal propensity of Ogun State is improving. It's getting closer, but not up to Lagos State, because the marginal propensity is a basis of measuring whether you produce and people are buying. So things are changing economically.
In the area of real estate, you can look around. We have a lot of real estate developers everywhere, especially on the Lagos-Ibadan axis, Ijebu, the Abeokuta axis. A lot of real estate are going, and that makes it very convenient for people to stay in Ogun, stay in Abeokuta, stay in Ijebu, the Shagamu, and be working in Lagos.
Education is one of the good investments that everyone in Ogun State has embraced over the years. This may not be unconnected to the number of tertiary institutions operating from Ogun State, which many observers have described as the most peaceful and safest state in Nigeria.
Ogun State is relatively peaceful, and in terms of security, you can be confident that Ogun State is relatively peaceful and secured, because I know uncountable number of people that are not from even the southwest that have come here either to do their youth service or to work. They have built houses here and they have remained here, and they have not gone anywhere.
It has been doing well. It is one of the southwestern states that has been contributing more to the revenue, the federal revenue, and we have also been blessed with solid leadership since the state creation, and I just hope this goodies in quotes goes on and on.
Respondents rate Ogun State high in terms of development and commended its people for their level of commitment to growth.
If you travel from Okemoso to Lagos up to the Shagam shuttle site, you will see so many companies springing up. You can count, not both left and right, almost 100 companies. Those that have started operation, those that are yet to, and it's expanding Ogun State. It's changing Ogun State from what it was as a civil servant state. And again, you go to Ibadan-Abeokuta Road, the same thing is happening. The old Lagos-Abeokuta Road, Ifo-Ota, is changing. People are coming in to do business, to establish business. It's not just a civil servant state. We have so many entrepreneurs that are living in Ogun State now. Exactly Mowe, of Hada, of Abemewode, Assis. People are living there, working in Lagos. People are living in Abeokuta, working in Ibadan.
No way you can talk about clubs that are in the Premier League that you will not talk about Remo Stars. Remo Stars is doing great. There are facilities that will outlive even the person that conceived the idea, and the younger generation will begin to utilize it.
Of course, with the level of infrastructure development in Ogun State and the level of its socio-economic and political awareness, there is a lot to learn from the people and the state called the Gateway State. Adefowora Adesanwo, OGTV News.